Previously on Live to Give Fans vs. Favorites vs. Famous. As the tribes arrived to the Immunity Challenge, Mankato was on a mission to get their first win as a tribe. At first, it looked like Anoka was coming home with another win, but Mankato put up a fight to keep it close. In the end, Anoka continued sitting pretty while Mankato looked to have officially adopted the Orange Curse. The immunity streak at Anoka didn't stop him from strategizing. Although he wasn't even on their tribe, that didn't stop Elder from keeping the players on Anoka pressed.
I said from the beginning, he's someone to keep your eye on.
Despite not needing to vote anyone out, Cam, Serena, Bergen, James, Carter, and Lance formed a majority alliance of 6 that they planned to use to get themselves deep in the game once the merge hit. Derek, on the other hand, was trying to figure out how he would get himself out of the deep hole he found himself in on the Anoka tribe. Meanwhile at Mankato, it looked as if the favorites would stick strong once again and go after Elaine. Elder didn't like the sound of this and pitched the idea of a Daniel blindside. With the duos of Daniel and Janicki going head-to-head with Elder and Elaine, it put Megan, Angie, and Elizabeth in the middle. As Mankato arrived for their 3rd consecutive Tribal Council of the season, all eyes were on Megan, Angie, and Elizabeth. Live to Give's own Witch's Coven brewed up a perfect recipe for a blindside, as Daniel was voted out and his 2nd favorite taken out of this game. However, the magic of his fundraising skills landed him the 3rd spot on the jury. With the favorites having finally blindsided one of their own, will there be more blindsides to come? How will the players react when they discover they have reached the jury, but not the merge? 15 are left. Who will be voted out tonight? Come on in, Anoka. Come on in, Mankato. Daniel voted out at the last tribal council. All right, so I kind of want to do a check-in with you. It's been about a day and a half. Carter, how does it feel? I mean, you personally have literally I haven't seen you over at tribal at all. How does it feel to have survived a total of 10 tribals?
It's awesome. I'm glad I haven't seen you either, so.
You, James, Ryan, they want you. They want to see any of you. Megan, you on the other hand, you feel like you've been to the 10 tribals.
I have. I've been to all 10, I think. Right? Yeah, I have.
You can't think, I can't think.
No, I've been to all of them.
So, with that being said, are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
Please
don't play with me. Don't.
Everybody drop your buffs. Congratulations, you have all made it to the jury, and with that comes the jury feast.
We did it,
we made it to the food, I can't wait to eat! So, the jury feast, shocker, we didn't say merge. You know, we thought about what could happen, another swap, maybe Exile Island, maybe this, maybe that. All I wanted was food, so I'm really happy that we finally got to eat.
We know what the food is. Can we have a spoiler alert?
Burgers.
Lovely. I feel proud of myself for getting to this point again. There's a few times where I felt like I was out of the loop, but I stuck with my guns, I made it work, and you know, I'm ready to keep going and keep moving and keep playing and keep winning, and I'm gonna win this game. I've never faltered in that. I've always known from the jump that I'm gonna win this game, but now I feel really solidified in that. Period.
I feel feels weird.
You get your burger.
A burger.
You just want that to live on.
Oh,
so
that's now going to be the episode title.
I would have never ever guessed that I'd be to what we think is maybe the merge. I don't know, Brandon was pretty iffy with his words, I would say. So don't know that's for sure merge, but we did get to eat. We're all together as one tribe right now, but he did not say the word merge. So that being said, yeah, I mean, I'm 36 hours into this and have not been to tribal council, so it feels great. Excited to get playing and start to kind of figure out where people's loyalties lie.
Got something that I ripped off the table. Ah, I have officially received an extra vote in the game. However, this extra vote can only be used in the final tribal council. You will be able to use this extra vote regardless of if you are in the jury or sitting in the final 3. That means if you make it to the final 3, you could vote for yourself to win. If you land on the jury, you will get to cast 2 votes for a winner. This means you could cast 2 votes for 2 different people or 2 votes for the same person. This advantage must be used and it cannot be passed to another player in this game. What you do with this vote is up to you, but play it wisely because it could ultimately determine the winner of this game. That is frickin' sick.
That is, I don't think I can get my mouth around. I've never had one this big in my entire life, and it's crispy like I like it. And I get a pickle. There's really a pickle.
That is powerful. I have 2 votes and I have to use it. So it's either 2 votes for me if I'm in the final 3, or 2 votes for someone else who's in the final 3. So I mean that's like game changer. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild night.
Yeah.
One of them. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you. When we were in line, Elaine kind of said like, "Oh, look at the table," and there was something there. And then later I like went back up and it was gone, and I think Bergen has it because Bergen was like cutting the cake and giving it to all of us, so I think he might have gotten some sort of advantage. Bergen potentially getting an advantage might be something that I try to like float out there. I don't think I would just do it just to do it. I think like if I started getting my name brought up or something like that, I might bring it up. But it's also so hard with this other tribe because I have no idea where any of them are at, like game-wise. I haven't been able to talk to them.
I know, right?
Thank you so much.
I brought my bag over to this confessional for a reason, because I always keep my zipper on the side of the bag. Whereas I found it earlier with the zippers at the top, closing it. I never do that. So someone was looking through my bag, and I have an idol in this bag. Someone's onto me. As I was chilling, waiting for, I guess, what is now the jury portion of the game, Jack came to me and whispered, "Listen, Cam and someone else," I didn't really hear what he was saying. He said, "Cam and someone else looked through your bag and they found your idol." Now, if he's telling the truth, Cam's a hypocrite because he hid his idol from me. If not, he's playing me and trying to get me against people that he knows I trust. I really don't know who to trust except for Megan. She's the one person that I trust now. Am I going to play my idol? I don't know.
This morning I woke up before almost everyone. Bergen was up, but the sun was rising and I just sat up where I was sleeping and I sat up and was looking at the sunrise over the hill, over the lake. It was so beautiful, and so I just took a moment to meditate on why I'm actually doing this. Man, get no sleep and you're like instantly crying. It was like such a powerful moment, and my charity is important. It's really important. People that come to this country that need so much because they have so very little when they come here. And so winning an extra $6,000 for them would be incredible. I'm hoping I can use that to propel myself forward and get the next wave of energy that I need to win this, because that's what I came to do this time.
What's gonna happen, but yeah, no, I feel like nobody really talked game last night. I feel like it was more just like enjoying like a night of nothing else, just kind of. After the jury feast, I was super nervous that like we were gonna come back to camp and it was gonna be like everybody like scattering off and like playing games all night, or not playing games, but like trying to work games all night. It actually, like, we got back, people like kind of like grouped off a little bit, but we fell asleep pretty quick, which I was super happy about, because like I just kind of wanted to like get a good night's sleep and to get a fresh start today. And I feel like now like I'm ready to play, I'm ready to come back. Like I felt so intimidated yesterday looking at all the people, but now like sitting when we're in the light, sitting in a circle, like looking, I'm like, I could do this.
Yeah,
he's so funny. He is funny, yeah.
Oh, really? If we had swapped, we'd have done it.
Because in something like this, where it's like, you just want to be around like good people, in a sense.
I just like to cut up and tell a dirty joke or two. He's right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? Well, when they told us that we had to go back, we had another challenge, I was wiped. For we'd been to like 4 or 5 tribal councils, 4 or 5 challenges, and it was like, if I don't get something other than another challenge, I'm gonna murder somebody. So I was actually pretty surprised whenever he said we were now on the jury, and this is our jury feast, so we got to grub and eat. And other than the burgers, what I found really eventful is, what's his name? Bergen? What the hell's his name? How you say it? Burger? Burger. Whatever, dude. Anyway, that cat found something. They pulled it off the table. Seen him with my own 2 eyes. Then he tried to play it cool, but there was a few other people that seen him too, so I made sure to spread that around a little bit, let people know.
It's like a sound. It's like these different little sounds, and they do little stupid stuff, and then the song go. Wait. Look, once this game is over, whatever happens, if I'm in jury, whenever I get my phone back, I'm gonna show you.
You're in jury?
We're gonna. I'm at Final Tribal Council. What are you talking about?
You better work.
Manifest.
I think, me personally, I'm in a really decent spot, because no matter how the numbers fall, I think I wouldn't be people's initial target, which they just don't realize is really dangerous. Let Lance make it deep in this game. Let Lance make it to a part where I have my footing and I have my numbers and my solid people. It's curtains for them. So, like I keep manifesting, like I talk about in every confessional, Lance will make it to that Final Tribal Council of Live to Give, and I'm speaking in existence that Lance will win Live to Give. This is something I'm really excited about, and I really want to do really, really well. And I just have to, trust my gut and trust in the people that I've been playing this game with.
No, you sat up and like it was like my huge ass.
Whatever. You can like exercise.
No, I'm just running. Well, I mean, I did lift before, but I've always been a broad. You know what I mean?
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Like in terms of like Dickie wide.
Maybe,
you know what I mean?
maybe, but like I don't know.
If I.
So last night when we got to camp, it just seemed like 2 groups right away. But there was clearly, like, in my opinion, like the fire, and like on one side of the fire was like I would say one side of the fire was people who are super experienced. They have reputations for being good blindsiders, good game players, whether it's in Survivor or other games. And the other tribe was like the old people and the young people and people who were like brand new. Because I think I have to tread really cautiously, because I know now that I'm like up against kings and queens, to be honest, is how I feel. But if we can somehow shift the power we need to do it fast, and if the power gets shifted, then they're gonna have to scramble, and that's gonna change the whole game.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm going so fast. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at me go, and then I'm like, oh.
Running's mental because like when I'm on a treadmill, I can go for like nonstop.
So I definitely feel like I am more introverted at times, especially in a large group setting. It's kind of difficult for me, I feel like, to join the conversation. I try and, you know, jump in a few times, but I feel like I'm never really leading the conversation. But I really like want to try and focus on those smaller connections because I feel like that's where I stand out more. I'm good at building those relationships. I feel like I'm a trustworthy person, and like when it's a strong bond, like I feel like I make that clear, you know.
To the camera.
There's 3 types of Serena. There's the typical Slay-rena. There's Blow-rena when she's blowing out the fire. And then there's Calc-rena when she's determining what time it is.
I think if I continue to do what I'm doing, especially as a former winner of Live to Give, of making myself available to other people's gameplay, but in doing so, incepting into their minds different ideas that I have about what moves need to be made, where they think it's their idea, then I think I can continue to get myself further in this game.
All right, welcome. Well, Cam, how was your first night as the jury phase?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, first night of the jury phase. It was interesting. We got back and I was ready to go to sleep and other people weren't.
Oh, we weren't there.
No, but I think it was just like the pregame jitters of just like, we're a big 15 tribe team now, for now, maybe. And that kind of brings a lot of speculations into the mix.
James, what was talked about with speculation about the jury phase of this game?
Honestly, I was in the bathroom, and when I came back, there was one group of flashlights on that side of the woods, one group of flashlights on that side of the woods, so I feel like I missed out on a lot of whatever the speculation was.
All right. So do you guys want to get to the speculation and the truth? Although you are all members of the jury, we have not merged quite yet, so we will get back into tribes.
We have a lot of theories.
Andy's face. They didn't realize that was a mistake. All right. Who wants it? Elizabeth, there you go.
You trade it. I'll trade it.
All right, everyone quiet. Elder and Jack trading. I hope that was not a $6,000 trade. All right, let's go. All right, when I say unwrap, well, Cam already unwrapped. You guys can unwrap. 3, 2, 1, unwrap. Right, we are going back to 3 tribes of 5. Purple, Mankato, if you guys can come to the far left table. All right, welcome to your final immunity challenge before the merge. This challenge is called the Live to Give Buffet.
Oh,
I'm
so excited.
This is a gag.
One of our favorites. And I hope that you all are hungry. For this challenge, you'll be competing against the players on your tribe because every tribe is going to tribal council. You will all vote one player out of this game. One person from each tribe will win individual immunity. Each round, every player will be given a food item. And the last person to finish on the tribe will be eliminated. After 4 rounds, the last person standing from each tribe will win individual immunity, guaranteeing them a 1 in 12 shot of winning $6,000 for your charity.
I can like feel it in my throat already before I even eat it. I can feel it right here.
We're putting that out of the universe.
Is this weird?
Does it expire?
I just want to make sure.
It's organic. Oh, we got this.
This is literally food. This could not be more.
It's
food
literally
than
Thanksgiving.
That's disgusting.
Oh, we get a spoon.
Nice.
Like I'm using that.
Yeah, so y'all can vote me out?
For immunity and a guaranteed spot at the
Lord,
merge.
give us strength.
Woohoo! Go!
This one is going to be very pea soup.
Next one, like, open it.
I'm gonna save that one for later in case I need to. You gotta finish it to move on to the next round. Elder, moving on. Lance, you got time. We're not in a rush.
Emma.
Elder,
Are you done? Are you done?
yeah. You just gotta finish it.
Gross! This is disgusting. It's not that bad.
You got it, Jack.
Tastes like Thanksgiving.
I can't eat
All of you four are tapping out. 3, 2, 1. Carter wins immunity for Mankato.
That whole
Whoa.
I suggest these other two tribes. Gotta finish it.
You got it. There you go. Good job. Nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing.
I'm done.
$6,000 challenge. Ryan,
Done.
before they do it. Angie's finished.
You got it, Megan. You got it.
Come on. James tapped out.
Good job.
Bergen has finished. Ryan's almost done. Megan is just being Megan.
This is the one I like more, honestly.
Really? Jack moves on.
All the way.
Take it like a shot.
And just
Angie moving out.
swallow as you're pouring.
Swallow me.
Yeah, that is. Can do it.
Okay, Megan. It's all.
Please.
One more scoop out of there.
The gross one? How about this one? God dang it.
You got it,
Watch this, watch this.
Let's go.
Not enough?
Camera. There's no need to have you guys standing up here any longer. Congratulations. You're safe at this tribal again. 11 tribals. I think that's a first.
Shit, it's your turn around.
Thank you. All right, you guys can go have a seat. You guys will be the first to attend tribal since your tribe dropped out. Okay. All right, are we ready for round 2?
What the f?
We have one more hard bomb.
Last one to finish is out. Jack almost throwing up already.
Done.
Elder, moving on. Looking for one more.
Done.
Serena, done first. Bergen, take a seat.
It was still in my throat. I hadn't even swallowed it.
Ryan, now full. Moving on. Angie, finished. Moving on. It's between Jack and Megan, who are both throwing up.
One.
All at once. You got it, Megan.
No, I can't do that one.
Keep it down, Megan. Got it. This is super cheap. Flip your nose, it helps.
No, I can't breathe. I'm done.
Megan, moving
That
on.
was so
Jack,
disgusting.
out of the challenge. That's a lot of horse.
Oh!
And it's actually horseradish, it's not the sauce.
Oh, that's a lot. 3, 2, 1, go.
Holy shit! It's so spicy! There's something hanging out of. Oh my god.
Elder, chugging that horse.
I feel like it'd be better, but just like fast.
Good job, guys.
Angie, hold it. Roxy, no, you don't feel good. You really do.
Come on, Megan, you got it. Come on, Megan. Come on, there's still 10. Angie, moving on. Megan, you're almost done. Ryan's throwing up his stuff.
I'm good.
Just be careful.
I'm good. Oh my god, Megan, it's horseradish. We're wrong.
Brandon, I'm done.
Elder, wins immunity for Anoka.
Jab Elder.
One more.
Fuck.
Well, you're technically done. Just show me your mouth.
I want to, it's
Show
gross.
me your mouth. Megan, nice job for Mankato. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Immunity is yours.
First ever.
First ever individual one.
I'll take
You guys
it.
will be going to tribal council second.
No, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna start crying.
You guys like doggies?
No, that's the one I didn't want. I didn't want that one.
You have 2 dogs. 3 dogs.
2?
2. Do you like dogs?
They don't get
Megan?
this good stuff.
Just the garden vegetable gravy flavor. It's doggy stew.
Oh my god. Oh,
right.
but I'm not. Hands up, guys, hands up.
For immunity. Guaranteed 1 in 12 shot of winning this game and making merge. And I say go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, yes. Go for it.
I can't do it.
One of you have
I
to
don't
finish.
even need if it's not like. Okay.
Nice.
But I think when you finish, you do get extra motivation.
It came out my nose. I'm sorry. I forgot everybody was watching me.
Angie, you about to... Oh. Got it. It's gross because it's important.
Yeah. Oh, got it.
Oh, if I can swallow it. Look. I can't.
Megan, sit up one more time. You're out.
Right there, and just go the distance. One more, girl. You got this. You got it. You got it, girl. We're good. Yep.
She gave you immunity and she's cheering for you. Look at that. Alright, last bite.
So good to put that necklace
Last
on.
bite.
Is that good if I just eat this?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Angie! Wins immunity.
Oh my goodness!
There you go. Safe at the vote. You guys will be going to tribal council last. Alright, can I have you guys just all back up to your platform? Carter, you are safe at the vote. Mankato, you guys will be going to tribal first.
Anoka Elder, you are safe at the vote. You will be going to tribal 2nd. And Shakopee, Angie, you're safe, and you guys will be going to tribal 3rd.
Do you think there's a green thing though? Because I'm not in that. Obviously, I've not been on that side.
I think they didn't care because they kept me and Elaine and got rid of Daniel.
Yeah.
So sitting out of the challenge was a hard decision. It did make it a little bit easier that the rest of my tribe mates decided to sit out as well. So it doesn't put as big of a target on my back. I did feel like I probably did eat the least out of all of them. Just because I know my body, I know what my limit is, and I just knew that it wasn't going to happen. But I think socially, I feel comfortable.
Do you trust Angie? Because I want to work with Angie too.
I trust her.
Okay.
I mean, she's a good player, but
My whole thing with Angie is I obviously haven't been in a tribe, but like,
Yeah.
I do get really good vibes from her.
Yeah.
Well, she's safe, obviously, so like, I would like to talk with her. I have not talked
Yeah.
a single ounce of game with her, though.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm a little bit worried, but we get back from the challenge, and at first I was really liking this tribe swap. Then I got in my head a little bit because I did show my ass a little bit with Elizabeth and Derek when I played my idol when I didn't need to. I thought it broke a little bit of trust, but you know, I came back after that. Obviously Carter won immunity, so that's great. I've been working with him, but I really just wanted to solidify like a Janicki vote just so I could get past this, and I haven't worked with her at all, so it made the most sense for my game for that to happen.
Who are you closest with? I've worked with everyone on this tribe before.
Me too. Well, I haven't been on a tribe with Janicki,
Okay.
but I mean, like I said before last night, I want me and you, Megan and Angie to go far in this game.
I think that would be good too.
And I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
Because it already got leaked because people went through my bag. I have an
really?
idol. And at this point, on this specific tribe, I think I can lock down Elizabeth because she's in this new core with me, Angie, and Megan. But getting a third is going to be very difficult, and really my only option is Janicki. The reality of the situation is that Janicki is the swing vote, and if I feel like she's not with me, I'm going to use my idol.
Who knows?
Well, according to Jack, Cam went through my but he could have been lying to me because I told him that I was good with Cam, so he could be trying to get me against Cam. He was the one who did it. I'm not sure.
What I feel the strongest about my conversations with Derek, and I trust that he's analyzing his other conversations with the other people he's talked to as I am, and I think he has my back for sure.
There's that alliance. It's James, Birkin, Cam, Carter. I think Serena's probably involved.
Okay. So just the big alliance.
It's like all like the big egos, essentially. They're all aligned. So last night, I noticed kind of a majority alliance forming between all of the big egos. You know, your Jameses of the world, your Carters of the world, your Jacks of the world, your Bergens of the world. And that really worries me because I don't want to be playing for last, and I feel like they have so many like side deals that like no one's gonna turn on them because they think they have side deals with them when in reality they're just fake. Like Carter's literally made a side deal with me.
So who do you think the safest option if they're telling us Janicki, but do we?
I think we should vote for Cam.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Right now, I think we know that Derek has an idol, and we're just trying to figure out a way to get him to play it so we can flush it out. We want to vote Derek, but we might have to vote Elizabeth tonight because we want to keep Cam.
So, I mean, obviously we haven't played, but like, I've been working with Serena. That's like the only green person I've been working. Everyone else has been like on your guys' side, but like, if that's the consensus, I know Serena and I are like down too.
I haven't played with Derek. I know Derek is a big fan, and I know he's been wanting to play with me. But he's very smart, and he knows this game well, and I think he could be dangerous in the end. And because he does have an idol, that worries me, because if he gets into the merge with that idol,
that he's just buying more time for himself in the game. So if we can get him out early, that would be great.
Me and you are just, I don't know. If he does play it, then it's 1 and 3. You know what I mean? So
then do we just not? Do we split the votes?
I don't think we can, because we would have to do 3. Me, you, Carter. But like,
well, we can do, yeah. So, is it something where we just vote for Elizabeth then? Have you worked with her?
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with both of them, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we're just kind of caught in a really situation. So for these next steps of the game, I've been doing a pretty good job of planning the right information. Not all of the information, but just the right amount to these people. I've been planning it in their ears so that they can trust me, that they know that this is reliable information, but not enough to paint a target on my back and to have them come back and have that come back to me. I'll be honest, like, I have to play the game.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah,
I know
no,
that you and
yeah.
Derek are playing the game too. Like, my name was brought
Yeah.
up. Like, that's just name a game, especially when it's down to
Yeah.
5. But my thing is, I have not worked with Janiki. That's
Yeah.
the knowledge you can take with you.
Yeah.
I have worked with you guys. I've voted with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I've trusted you guys, and
Mhm.
I've put my trust in you guys. So
Yeah.
my whole thing is, if that's enough, like, I can talk to Derek.
In a previous tribal council, Derek and I helped save Cam. His name was on the chopping block, so he knows that. And I've worked really well with Derek, so I feel like my relationships are definitely there. I just hope that I'm not seen as the biggest target.
The way I see it right now is that there's a group forming that's dominating this game right now. And I think now would be the perfect time to take out one of their numbers. Which would be okay. And I think Carter would be on board with that. Because like genuinely, I feel like if we don't strike now, they're gonna have too many numbers in the merge, and we're all gonna just get begone. So let's play the game. If you guys are under 10% on that, I am 110%. And I am so under 10% that I'm willing to tell you this information. I have an idol. Okay. I've already solidified Elizabeth. I think we're cool. She's kind of distracting Cam and Janiki and Carter at this point. I think I have Janiki, but I'm not sure because I know that she has pre-connections as well in this season. So it's really about talking to Carter and Cam, bluffing them out, and hoping for the best.
And now I'm just torn.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I trust Cam more than Janiki.
okay.
So
And just-
if
I
that's
mean-
if that means anything, I trust both of them. But like if I
Yeah.
had to, if it was like if you have to pick somebody, I trust Cam a little bit more.
I do trust Janiki, and I don't want to vote her out. She'd be somebody that I want to work with. But if it comes down to one of those two, I feel like I trust Derek and Liv a little bit more than Janiki, but we can see. I'm going to talk to her, see how solid she is, and go from there. I also like the idea of getting out a green. There's a lot of green left.
I don't want to do that.
I'm fine with I'm truly fine with Janiki wants to work with us. I think Liz wants to work with us too. So like I'm fine either way. I think it's more thinking about at the merge.
Yeah.
What would we rather have? Would we rather have those two fans with us that are maybe a little bit more willing to we can kind of pull along, but potentially would be more open to a big time move, or there's somebody like Janiki who I think wants to make a move at some point, so I don't trust her as much, and she knows what she's doing more, but I also think she's more desperate right now.
My thing is, I have not played the game with Janiki, so
Okay.
right there, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
But also, she's played the game with everyone else that I have not played with, so
Yeah.
at marriage, that's not a number I want to keep.
Okay.
The plan right now is to have a unanimous Janiki vote. It's, there's been talk about idols and who's got them, if we should flush them now, but I just can't have that kind of liability that I've not worked with in Tribe, and especially at the merge with so many numbers.
Has anything changed?
I think still cute.
Okay. Have you talked with Derek yet? Again?
No, I haven't talked to
what
him. I need to meet up with him.
What did Carter say?
Carter was fine.
Okay. My personal goal in this game is to build stronger and better relationships and not be so cutthroat and kind of be I'm just going to come in and stab you in the back. It's build the relationships, keep the relationship strong, and build that trust so people want to keep you around. A lot of conversations I've had with people, they've come up to me and been like, I really want to work with you. I've been waiting to work with you. And so that makes me more engaged in that person and in their personal life, because then I can make them feel comfortable and much like more easy for them to come to me.
Like what I would love to do is get like legitimately me, you, and I don't want to speak for James, but I would love me, you, James, and Liz to have kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you don't trust her.
No, I do.
Like I trust Cam too, but I'm saying like us four as kind of like to try to ride it out, and then ride it out to 7.
Right.
And then at 7 make a move. Us
Yep.
4. That's the first time we like really work together, and then it's like then we ride it out to top 4. I want to play a game that does honor to Survivor #1, to my mom and how she would play the game, but also I want to play it clean. I don't want to leave this game with people ticked off of me. I don't want to do anything that I'm going to look back and regret. So my goal is really to leave this game as somebody that everybody had a great time playing with, and hopefully understanding that it's a game and making moves that I need to make to win, but also being somebody that everybody can look back and say, hey, that was fun, and I don't have any hard feelings towards Carter.
Okay, so I think he's bluffing.
About
That 4. I think they might be voting you.
really?
Because why would he say that? Why would he mention he wants to work with you to me? He's trying to make me feel safe that you're not going anywhere.
It's really nerve-wracking. I mean, before in my other tribals, like, I definitely heard my name get brought up. But this time I think it just feels a little bit more real, I guess, since the numbers are so small and there's 4 people you can vote for, and if I'm one of them, like, I don't know how it's gonna play out. I just hope that everything goes well, because otherwise I think I'm gone. So it's one of us, and me, you, and Derek. When we get to the merge, like, you saw how the camp was split up last night.
Well, Cam, because Cam told me that he was going to say my name. With Derek and Elizabeth, I would be more in a leadership role, because I feel like I can persuade them to vote with me. I say that because Derek wants to work with me, and I feel like any name that I pop out, I can kind of convince him. And since Elizabeth has been with me, and I've saved Elizabeth twice, and she's seen that loyalty, and so she can trust me and knows that I can, take care of her or take her under my wing. With Carter and Cam, I feel like I'm a little bit more of an underdog, and I kind of have to almost do what they want to further my game in that way, because I'm not in a position yet to be in more of a leadership role with them yet.
I'll now bring in the members of our jury. Andrea, Savannah, and Daniel voted out at the last tribal council. Welcome to Tribal Council as a new 5-some. Elizabeth, so let's talk about the challenge. You guys consecutively dropped out of the first round, refused to eat. Are you concerned at all that that could have been a $6,000 plastic cup of baby food?
Well, personally, I knew coming in that this was going to be the challenge I would struggle with most. I have a sensitive stomach, and I'm aware of that. Just like kind of hearing everyone else like cough and like kind of throwing it up made it even worse.
Carter, you have been safe this absolutely entire game. Tell me what it's been like coming to a third day, not having to have your name written down.
Yeah, I mean, #1, great to see you, Brandon.
Yeah, it's pretty good to see you too now.
Not at Tribal, but it's good. So, no, it's pretty, I don't know if lucky is the right word. I think there was some other stuff involved, but it's been awesome to not have to come to Tribal, to be able to form relationships and not have to really vote anybody out. I think the con to that is I haven't been able to see where anybody lies. I have a lot of great connections, but nothing's been proven up to this point to me, so.
Janicki, so there's the opposite. You and Elizabeth, I guess, have been to back-to-back tribals. Cam and Derek have been to multiple tribals. Do you feel like that potentially, is it helpful, or do you think it actually becomes hurtful?
I think it's a little bit of both. Hurtful because you're taking that risk of being sent home, but helpful because you're also seeing where people lie. and where you need to position yourself for the future. With a merge right around the corner, sometimes tribal is where you need to be.
So Cam, what was rolling through your head knowing that one of you four were going home and Carter was safe?
Yeah, I mean, when we heard that it was going to be 3 tribes of 5, right then and there you're like 1 in 5 shot, not ideal. Then you add an individual immunity, that's 1 in 4, less than ideal still. I mean, it's a 1 in 4 shot for the ones of us that are not immune, and that doesn't feel great.
So Derek, what do you do when you get back to camp knowing that you are not safe? And was there any scrambling to figure out which one of the 4 of you is going home?
There was a lot of scrambling for sure, because everyone has their own idea of what they want to do going into the merge, and that may differ from even your allies' perspective. So it's really hard to come to a decision, especially in a group of 5 people where 2 are immune.
So now let's talk about resumes and moves. So we have a jury that's already started due to fundraising. So Carter, I guess for you specifically, you're safe, you've been safe. How do you prove to the jury now that you can make moves and do something in this game to prove that you should win the money?
Getting to the end proves you made the right moves to begin with, but I also think a lot of times, especially in today's live to give environment, people make moves just to make moves without actually understanding the consequences of those moves. And so I think it's really starting at this point for me, now that I'm at Tribal Council, now that we're going to be merging, starting to map out what does my game look like and how do I make the right moves at the right time.
So Derek, is it important to take risks? Is it important, do you feel like, to map out long term, or if you feel a gut, do you trust your gut in the moment to make a move?
It's all about timing, because if you make a big move too early, you're going to be perceived as a huge threat for the rest of the game, and that's something that you have to deal with that not a lot of people get through.
And Cam, let's talk about idols. So there's only 4 of you potentially in this game. We've had an idol play. We know there's idols out there. How do you split votes among 5 people with potential idols in the game?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, there's been talks of idols, but it's been who's got them, who's like wants to play them, but like we have to have 3 of a majority, so can't split it any different way than that, so.
All right, we'll get to a vote. You gonna put it around your neck first?
Gotta do that.
You're a fan, why wouldn't you? Come on.
Had this for a while. It sucks that it had to come out this way because I didn't want it to, but someone went through my bag that's sitting here, so that sucks.
Mess, mess, mess express. All right, let's get to the actual vote. Derek, you're up. I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity item and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Elizabeth, do you feel like you're getting voted for right now?
I promise I did not vote for you.
I don't want you to play it on me.
Janicki, how about you?
Don't play it.
At all?
You're a fan, you gotta make the move. It's your move, buddy.
I'm gonna play it on... I'm gonna play it on myself.
Okay. Derek has played the 21st Century Bank Hidden Immunity Idol. Any votes cast for Derek at this tribal will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote. Cam. Janicki. That's 1 vote Cam, 1 vote Janicki. Janicki. 2 votes Janicki. Cam. We're tied. 2 votes Cam, 2 votes Janicki, 1 vote left. Elizabeth, we have a tie. So, how this is going to work. Cam and Janneke, you will not vote. Derek, Carter, and Elizabeth, you will vote, and you can only vote for Cam or Janneke.
Elizabeth, Janneke's on the bottom of that alliance. She needs us. Just as much as we need her.
Come on.
I've worked with you guys. I did not vote for you.
I have saved you, and we have been loyal, and you have worked through this.
She voted for you right now. What do you mean? She had a plan with us. I told you straight to your face. I want to work with you. She wrote your name. Me and Carter, that was the two that voted for Janneke.
But think of the people that he has when he goes to the merge.
I don't have anyone.
You'll be on the bottom. You'll be a number to them.
No, I don't have anyone. You have everyone on that
I want to work
side.
with you, and I want you to work with me.
I've proven myself. She literally just voted for you. That's all, like that. If that's not the biggest red flag, what is?
You can't prove that. You won't know that until the.
What do you mean? There's two of us.
It doesn't matter. She voted for you. At the end of the day, we're sitting ducks if we don't do something.
He went through my bag. I didn't. That was not me. He's getting paranoid now. You want to know who it was? Who? It was Serena.
Noted.
We need a plan of what we're gonna do.
I think she has options. I don't think she does. I think she needs us. He doesn't.
All right, we're gonna wrap Tribal up and we're just gonna get to the vote. And Derek, you're up.
This was not supposed to be this hard.
I know how Derek feels and I know how Carter feels, but it's all part of the game, so.
I'll go tally the votes. I'll read the votes. First vote. Cam. That's one vote Cam. Janneke, we're tied. One vote Cam, one vote Janneke, one vote left. The 10th person voted off of Live to Give fans versus favorites versus famous, and the 4th member of our jury. Janneke, can you bring me your torch? Janneke, Travis spoken. Time for you to go. All right, it looks like an idol was played, moves were made, paranoia sets in, and the merge looks like it is going to get off with a bang. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
It was a brutal day, and I got lied to my face multiple times today, straight up, by Carter. So it sucks because I love this game so much. So it's not fun. I raised money for the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation because my cousin, 6 months, they found a tumor and they were able to remove it. And he's 9 years old and healthy. But I'm also playing for his uncle and my cousin who committed suicide over COVID. He was my biggest supporter when it came to Survivor. Like when my first season came out, like I would send him my episodes and he would watch them and cheer me on. So Like, I know he's been watching over me this entire time, so that really gave the drive to work, to play the game that I played, and I'm really proud of the game that I played. I like owed it all to him, so.
I feel like there's only one person I couldn't have beat, and that was Carter. Like, I could have beat the field except for Carter, probably. Because he was so fast on that baby food. Holy cow.
Crazy.
We just got put into new tribes of 5, and holy cow do I love my tribe. It's like 3 people that I want to work with and 1 person I want out of the game. I could not be more excited. When I said when I got excited about being a good tribe at the challenge, it was because I thought we could easily win challenges, right? But now that we're all going to tribal, this is best possible for me. Like, my number 1 person I wanted out of the game pre-merge is in my tribe. He's not immune. That person is Bergen. I'm going for Bergen. I hope that I can get the others on my side. I know Elaine is with me. My only concern is that Elaine is just not feeling well. So hopefully Elaine and I can get on the same page.
Just stomach just won't quit. I don't know what's wrong. Every time I eat anything, it gets 50 times worse, dude. It's this Minnesota. It's from Minnesota.
Yeah, I may be a thicker guy, but like me eating nasty, weird foods that isn't usually consumed by a human, or at least an adult human. Let me say that. Wasn't going to shake up. So I knew I just had to prepare myself for the social aspect of getting to the merge. The dynamics are really weird, but the narrative I think I want to push is Bergen. I just think that he is really, really covered in this game. He has allies in all shapes, facets, and just based on the little fiascos of last night, I realized that I'm not as high on his totem pole as some of these other people.
This is always the hardest, weirdest part, is like, we sit here and we pretend like we're not going to talk about each other.
Yeah.
You know, we pretend and do all these things, but truthfully is like, I think all y'all are cool as hell. And I see the passion, and I see like you guys like going hard, you know what I mean, up at 2 a.m. searching in the woods. Like, I see that. And even though it's not like the level that I play at, like the level that you guys play at is amazing. And I love it, every one of y'all. So it's like, I don't feel right staying in it and having y'all be like, well, I'm gonna vote for her. And I think you guys should like just vote me out, honestly.
Is that you want us to vote you out?
Yeah, it's like, I'm not feeling good anyway, but like, yo, I just don't want you guys to have to come at each other. Cause I see it. I see you guys' love for like what you're doing, and I appreciate that, and I feel bad that I'm taking one of y'all's spots. You know what I mean? Like, the people I'm with, I think's cool. I totally dig, and I just got to thinking, man. It's like I don't want to take one of their spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to. I've been on the show. I've been on the stage. I want them to experience it and go through it, and I know they love it. So it's like, vote me out. You know what I mean? I'm ready, so I'm gonna step aside and let them take the wheel. How many times I gotta tell you I suck at Survivor? How many times I gotta tell you I suck at this game? Stop it.
Elaine, we pulled off a blindside together.
No,
You're a player.
I know.
Honestly, last night Bergen got some type of advantage at the feast, so that, you know, is clouding a lot of people's judgments also. But hey, if we play scared, we're gonna end up at the end of the day, we might as well go big or go home.
You're here.
I know. I don't want you guys to have to like come at each other when I can just make it easy and you guys come at me.
Because like, I know me personally, like we didn't have like real ass times in our first night of playing this game.
Yeah.
And real relationships built. It's just like for somebody to say like, okay, hold me out.
No, but
it's the easiest thing.
I know, but I want you guys to like. I want you guys to experience all of it. I don't want to take your spot. I've played. You know what I mean? Like, I want you guys to have it.
I can ask if you can sleep in the deer house tonight.
It's like I got put on a tribe of people I really like. Who am I gonna vote out? You know? This is the problem I had in the game. Is like, man, I struggled to vote out people I like. That cost me in the end, but you know what I mean? I have a problem. I'm a suck at Survivor. I told you this. I suck at Survivor. Nah, but I just think it's best. I mean, like, I would rather for you guys vote for me and save yourselves and get the experience of, like, being on the game. Because even though this isn't exactly 39, 26 days or whatever, like, this is like for Survivor. It's like it. And you guys love it, right? Well, I've already been there. I've done that. So it's like it's your turn now. So that's why I can't vote.
You're crying. It's your fault. I am so shocked. Did not expect to come in, have this like really emotional conversation. Like I was expecting to scramble and try to convince people, and she's just like so nice and like, I mean, I totally understand like where she's coming from. Like she wants us to have this opportunity to like play the game. She's already kind of had the opportunity in Real Survivor, and because, you know, it's for charity, like she said, she gives to her charity all the time. I talked to Elder and Lance, and they're like, oh, Bergen has to go because he will be able to chop James down a notch by taking Bergen out. And right now it's Bergen, James, Carter, and Cam. So I hope that they take Cam out at the next tribal. And I'm like, Cam and Bergen are the two people that I've been working with the longest, that I'm like have some kind of solidified alliance with. So now I'm like, how do I pivot from that? Obviously, if they're going to be the targets moving forward, then I have to like manipulate my game to change so that I'm on somebody else's like game plan, which sucks because I want to be on my own game plan.
But it's cool that they started this and they do this because it's all for good.
Keeps getting bigger. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that's how the world changes. You know what I mean? That's how real shit gets done. So it's like you may think it's insignificant, your small part in it, but it's like a ripple effect that continues and carries to other people. You know.
So Elaine just told us that she's gonna fall on the sword for us, which is just the worst possible news. On a personal level, and obviously the most important level, this game has been like 100 times more fun because I've gotten to play with Elaine, because I've been on Elaine's tribe almost every round. You know, I don't know that she feels any particular closest to me beyond anyone else, but I really respect Elaine. There's an effortless specialness to Elaine that normal people don't have.
I mean, it's the first time that I'm not safe, and my one goal, like, I put I worked my ass off to raise $16,000 and to go out one vote for the merge. Oh, it would have sucked, and so Elaine just volunteered to go home. Can't do this.
Let's hug it out. Hug it out, hug it out. And if you guys, somebody from this floor, please win.
Right.
Yes, please win. And you're welcome.
I'll now bring in the members of our jury. Andrea, Savannah, Daniel, and Janaki voted out at the last tribal council. All right, welcome Anoka, the new Anoka. So we get to the jury phase of this game last night. And Elder, what does it feel like now coming into this new swap, the jury swap, and then you get immunity?
It always feels great to have immunity. I mean, I certainly would be absolutely paranoid without this, you know, but you eat a good breakfast and you get this, so.
Elaine, so you guys get back to camp. Elder wins immunity. There's 5 of you. What kind of happens at camp? What do you do?
Well, I hate it so much because it becomes such an awkward situation because everybody's staring, deciding when they're going to break off to talk about this one, and that one. And I just feel like it's I set everybody down and I just feel like it's my time to go. I told them, listen, don't scramble, don't whatever. Don't feel like you got to lie to my face if you was going to vote for me. I'm cool with y'all voting for me. I just got really close with some of them, so it's like I don't want to take his spot.
Lance, this game is very complicated, right? There's emotions involved, correct? I mean, we've seen it season again.
You know, I'm not even gonna lie. Elaine has been a very, very close ally for me. We have got to know each other on a different type of level. So it definitely was like a big emotional moment at the fire when someone sit there and talk about they want to bow out. But at the end of the day, you think like, okay, that gets me to the next step. Now it's time for me to recharge and get ready for the next step.
Elaine and I have played most of this game together. Elaine is, you know, sure, Elaine's important to my game. Absolutely. You know, we voted together every single time, right?
Yep.
Every single time. And I would love for Elaine to go to the merge. But, you know, I respect Elaine so much. If I could take 1% of this person and put that inside me and make that part of me, I would do that in a heartbeat. You know, she is an amazing person and such, like, it's been such a delight spending time with you at camp. And
Stop, dude, stop.
I know, I'm sorry.
Stop. I just, I'm an emotional person. And I've gotten close with some of these people. I feel terrible for taking their spot. I feel bad for the ones already voted out. I felt that way when I was in the real game. I feel this way now. It's like I feel a certain way, and I want them to experience it. I want them to go forward. I don't want to take it from them. So I'm bowing out.
It's just an honor to play with Elaine.
Stop.
All right, let's get to a vote. Elder, you're up.
I'm gonna miss you in the game. Can't wait to be friends with you outside the game.
It's been an honor.
Who knew you could be so emotional in a little game like this?
You motivated me so much, and this is blatantly out of respect for you.
This is not a vote against you. It's just because I can't vote for myself. You're my dude, and I wish you the best. I hope you win the damn thing.
First vote. Elaine. Lance. Elaine. That's 2 votes Elaine, 1 vote Lance. The 11th person to vote off of Live to Give fans versus favorites versus famous, and the 5th member of our jury, Elaine.
I love this.
Don't cry, bro. Don't cry.
Love you so much.
This is hard. You didn't even give us rights.
Elaine, your driver's spoken. All right,
First
get out
of
of
all,
here.
wait, I just want to say, dude, that you guys do here, that's why I left them in. It means a lot to a lot of people.
Thank you.
And you guys have done some great things. I'm glad to be a part of it. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm a big baby, so.
Well, it looks like Elaine gave the 4 of you a free pass in this game, and I hope this round gave you a little extra time to think about how you will proceed further. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I know it's not 39 days, but this is like Survivor. And that was part of it. I want them to have the experience too, because it done a lot for me. So it's like, I can't vote these people out, dude. I want you to stay and me to go. And I hope one of y'all win. You know what I mean? That's it. I was playing for the Knox Whitley Animal Shelter. It's the shelter that's by my house. I just think it's a good cause, man. I love animals, and I always try to give back to the community.
I'm really proud of you guys.
I'm proud of you guys too.
Yeah. I didn't really do anything. I just ate some baby food.
I can't believe you did
I did that when I was a baby.
So the challenge, I'm so disappointed that I got so emotional. This happened to me the last time I played, and it was like my goal to not do it. Here's why. That was a challenge that, like, the only kind of challenge that I could actually win. Like, I can't win a challenge if you're using your brain, because I am not smart. I cannot win a challenge if it's like who's the fastest or who's the strongest. Clearly, like, I'm not that. I can't even compete with these people on any of those levels. And the only thing that I can do is, you know, yeah, I can eat something. And I told myself, like, there are people in the world who, like, suffer, like, great things. Like, eat the stupid baby food. Like, are you kidding me? Like, people live in pain every day. People have horrible situations that they persevere through. Like, how can I just get this baby food down my throat? Like, what did you do to get yourself to do that?
Mind of the dog.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
I cried so much here. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, I do too. It's okay.
Yeah, the dog food wasn't honestly that bad. Like, it literally was like cold stew. Like, it would be like a can of stew, opening it, and like yes, there's a part of you that's like, okay, this is for a dog. But like the whole entire time that I was like doing it, I was just like thinking about like my charity and my dad. I'm like thinking, like, you have to do this. Like, there's so many, like, I mean, honestly, everybody's charities, like, people are going through so much worse, and it's like, if you can't eat dog food, like, I don't know, I just felt like it was like I needed to do it. And like I just kept on, Megan, we talked about my tattoo earlier. It says go the distance. It's like in honor of my dad, and like she like yelled that at me, and I was like started to cry like as I was eating the dog food, so I probably just looked like a mess. But no, I was just like, when I knew I actually had a chance, I was like, there's no way I can lose this. I think people are starting to kind of realize that me and Megan are together. So I feel like it could have just easily been like one of us, so at least like I'm safe. But in a perfect situation, I think it would be all of us for James. Like, I think he's already kind of like trying to like put in the little seeds that he's not a threat. Like, James, you're a threat.
You know, I can't vote for Ryan. I can't vote for him. Like, here's why I can't vote for him. He is one of the top earners for the fundraising, and to me that means more than anything else. Right. Like, that means so much, and I'm here to have somebody likable, like, and who deserves it, like, to go forward. Not that James and, you know, Jack don't, but I also feel like James has already had this experience of going to the end, which is a huge target on his back, and that's not his fault.
Since we got to this camp, he's been subtly playing hard.
I know.
And he's acting like everybody else is a threat. He is a threat. So we just need to, you can't give up hope. You're not out of the same.
He probably is, like, one of the biggest threats in the game, but he's also, like, the most likable in the game. That's
which is hard.
Threat,
which makes him a threat. I don't want to vote out James, but I think I might have to. Oh,
here's the thing that James said to me. I have to tell you what he said. It just shows what a kind of guy he is. I said to him, James, I'm so disappointed in myself because I can't win the smart challenges and I can't win the physical challenges, and like, this is a challenge I could win. And he said, yeah, because you can win challenges where you have to use your heart. And that's like the biggest compliment that anyone could ever give me. Like, I don't care about like being strong or like being smart. Like, and he just said it. He didn't even think. It was like the nicest compliment, and like, he meant it. You are changing the world. You are one day at a time. You're changing it. Like, it's better because of you. Like, people can be who they are because of you. I mean it.
And I told myself, like, they asked me, like, what's your goal this season? I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. But, like, this is the thing that's gonna make me cry. I wasn't gonna cry until this.
Are y'all voting me?
I don't want to.
Megan, that's why I'm talking to you. I feel like I have to vote you, unfortunately, and that's the part. Like, I'm caught in such a rock and a hard place. Like, the emotional side of me is like, I want to keep you. Like, you have such a good heart for this, and I, like, love that about
I'm
you.
gonna respect you more.
But, like,
I'm gonna respect you more
I
if you
can't
do what you need
blindside
to
you.
do.
I can't do that to you, but I've just had more time with Jack and Ryan
I
than
know,
you.
and that's like, I knew, like, I had to win that challenge. Like, I knew that if I didn't win that challenge, that the three of you were gonna come get me. And it's like, I understand. Like, here's at the point right now that I'm at. Like, I honestly want you to know that, like, I don't, this is for me and, like, charity. It's not about, like, winning. That's not my end goal. I just wanted to show myself that I could compete.
It's been very civil. It's a very great group of people, which is really unfortunate. We even have to go to tribal, but just from the little conversations that I've had, I feel like I'm left with no choice but to vote for Megan. I'll be shocked if I make it past 10. I think that's probably when people will start saying, like, now's the time to make the move on James. But in the meantime, I'm just having fun. Like, that's what this event is all about. It's about the charity. It's about having a lot of heart. And I think that's why I'm so conflicted about voting out Megan, is because she has such heart and she is perfect for this event. She embodies what this event is about. So,
yeah, this just sucks. Like honestly, just as a person, like, I think she's just amazing, and, like,
she embodies this event. That's the hard part.
And, like, how much she struggled with that last thing. Like, she's a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
God, but no, I do think that, like, you made a lot of good points. Like, I don't think that, from what it sounds like, I don't think that you are that close to anybody there. So I think.
Well, people, like, when people talk game with me, it's very surface. Like, it's enough for me to kind of pick up on what they're saying. And, like, what I'm really getting at is this purple group.
That's fine. I'm hard.
You are on page.
Oh, there's the backlash.
No, it's okay. If you're on board to,
he's a target. To me, it's kind of a no-brainer to do Megan. Angie did throw out James to me, but partly I don't really trust Angie. She may be grasping at straws. I also just think, I mean, it's an interesting move. James is super well connected, but I think that target might shine through to the merge, so it might be worth keeping that around. Also, I just have more trust in James and Ryan. We've been on the same tribe since I came back in the game. Never actually voted together because we haven't had a tribal, so hopefully we can rely on each other. But I do think it makes logical sense for the boys to stick together and get Megan, but there's a lot of logical people in this game, so you never really know how it's going to shake out. I mean, look, it basically boils down to, like, coming to the merge. Do we want to work with our boys that we've been with, or do we want to switch it up and go with, like, the fans? And I'm down for whatever you want to do.
I just talked to Angie, and Angie really wanted to work with us too.
Yeah.
I worked a little bit with Jack. I know Jack wants to work with me and James. But I know Megan and Angie are real nervous about James. They think he might be the best option.
I would so much rather have it be like, and if I'm not an underdog, if I'm someone who's had that experience, like my husband won this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like my family won this game.
Yeah.
For me, like when he got there, like that was me getting there, right? Like I don't have to prove to him or to anyone else that I'm gonna win. Like I would actually, I'm the kind of person, like I don't really need to go to tribal council at the end, but I want to help someone get there who I want to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to see if I can convince Ryan that James and Jack are threats so that he doesn't vote for me. And then maybe if there's 3 of us, if the other 2 vote for me, then I still have enough votes. Like my shot's gonna be for Ryan because I want him to play, and I want to tell him you're not gonna get to play. Like they're gonna boot you fast, or they're gonna keep you along as they're gonna keep him along as a number, but they're gonna see him as a number and not as a player.
I will go out so happy if someone can wear this crown, this like I played Survivor and I beat these people that were so good. Because they're so good.
Well, I was talking to you last night.
So we need each other.
And you were saying that something about Derek and Elizabeth. Like, I saw her talking with them a lot.
Megan, Derek, and Elizabeth. Gosh, I don't know what way I fall. I think James wants the best for me. And that's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to work with him, is because no one wants him in the end. He's kind of my meat shield in front of me, kind of keeping me safe. And I need to make a decision on who I want to try to work with after this.
Bring in the members of our jury. Andrea, Savannah, Daniel, Janaki, and Elaine voted out at the last tribal council. Alright, well, welcome. Well, James and Ryan, welcome to your first tribal council. James, how does it feel to finally be in this area voting somebody out?
It's definitely different because that means the game is starting to pick up a lot more. We were talking at our camp how, since Ryan and I haven't been, like the conversations at camp aren't as often as they should be for this type of game.
And Jack, this is your first tribal since being voted out.
I kind of felt like I just got kicked out of my apartment, homeless, living rent-free, looking for a home. So just all of yesterday, thankful to win a lot of challenges because I was uncertain where I stood.
So Angie, what does it feel like having immunity now, knowing that you and Megan came over here alone with 3 guys that came from the other tribe?
It's good for the moment, but you always have to be thinking like 5 steps ahead.
And Megan, you were quite animated at that challenge. What does it feel like when it was just you and Angie at the end there?
Going into that challenge, I was like, Megan, here, Pat, this is like the only kind of challenge that you can win. This is it. Like, you're not gonna win a puzzle. Like, you're not gonna win a race. You're not gonna win who's the strongest, who can stand here the longest. Like, I'm not gonna get to wear one of those unless I can eat dog food. Like, honestly, like, that's what I'm telling myself, right? I have to win. Like, these 3 are bros. Like, if she loses, they're gonna go for her. If I lose, they're going for me. And I got out of the game and I told James, I'm like, I just failed. Like, I'm not good with my brain. I'm not good with my body. Like, this was it. And he said, yeah, but you're good with your heart, right? So that's it. Like, I can be done. Like, that's, you know, it's okay if I'm done because that's like the best compliment that anyone could ever give me.
And Megan, so you are, no, it's okay. You're concerned, obviously you see Angie win, you get back to camp. What did you do?
I mean, we said we have to vote for each other. Like, I have to vote for James and he has to vote for me. I gotta vote for him because he has to get out of the game. Yeah, he has to leave. Bless his heart, but like, he's too good.
So James, here, I mean, everyone's laughing and crying and giggling, but literally your name is being thrown in a circle. You've played Amazing Race, you know the intensity of these games.
I mean, I knew the moment I was on a tribe that lost, my name would be thrown out there. I mean, it's no secret I've won Live to Give Season 2 already, so my name has definitely been thrown out there. I had a heart-to-heart with Megan, and I looked at her and I was like, you're voting for me, I know, and I'm voting for you. And it sucks that it has to be that way, unfortunately, but who knows how the vote will ultimately transpire today.
They have relationships with him, right? Like, not with me. That's a thing. Relationships are a thing.
And Jack, how important is your gut at Tribal? How important is your gut right before you get to that earn and place your vote?
I mean, I think this is kind of pulled from Real Survivor. The gut is the combination of your heart and your head. I try to play a lot with my head, but obviously sometimes your heart gets involved.
Ryan, do you think this vote will be pretty straightforward?
I don't think any vote is straightforward. For me, it's the first time here. It's the first time any lines will be drawn for both me and James, and Jack's only been to 1, so
whoever does advance, whether it's Megan or myself, or if anything else happens today, who knows? There is a plan in place, and we know what needs to happen, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, let's see what you do at this tribal first. James, you're up.
I hate that I'm having to do this. Unfortunately, it's either you or me. I love you. You have such heart, and that also makes you a threat.
James, you have taught me to be a better person. You've taught me to be brave and believe in myself. You have a really good heart.
I'll go tally the vote. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. James has played the preferred powder coating hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for James at this tribal will not count. First vote. James does not count. James does not count. Megan. It's one vote, Megan. The 12th person voted off of Live to Give and the 6th member of our jury. Megan, can you bring me your torch?
You go get him.
Oh, that was fun. I had so much fun, Brandon.
Megan, it's been an absolute pleasure. Your tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Megan leaves the game in a blaze of glory. James had an idol play. So we'll see how the merge goes. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
Sneaky James, once again, what a gamer. To play an idol. I'm not good at Survivor, I don't believe.
Megan, I love you so much. I'm so sorry you couldn't make it further. Inside and outside of this game, you're an amazing woman. And you're a fighter, and you proved that today.
But more importantly, I learned that, like, it's okay, you know, when you have a good cause, like, it's okay to work for it, and lives are being changed in lots of ways, which that just feels amazing to be a part of that.